Today, especially as we grow older or find ourselves with more aging loved ones, we're tackling a topic that weighs on many people's minds. There's an old saying that goes, "In old age, one should not wander around." But what does that really mean? How does it affect seniors' lives? And why is it considered so important? Understanding the nuances behind this saying can alter both our view of aging and the way we treat older adults. Here, we're mainly talking about seniors' mobility, their social circles, and their spiritual needs, all of which are crucial for healthy aging. If you'd like to join us on this journey, be sure to follow our videos and click the subscribe button to support us. Your participation is incredibly valuable for creating more content on this and similar subjects. Now, let's uncover the truth behind this old saying together. Some people insist that older adults shouldn't travel to visit others. Where does that notion come from? Like many proverbs, its roots lie in cultural traditions, accumulated wisdom, and even medical perspectives, connections that can be quite complex. Pinpointing its exact origin is difficult, but we can trace its presence across various eras and cultures. In many societies, seniors are held in high regard, and their wisdom is sought after. At the same time, there's also a protective sense of caution associated with old age. Proverbs or advice aiming to shield the elderly from harm or discomfort reflect this concern, and the saying we're examining today fits that pattern. It's likely that this phrase emerged within a context of traditional wisdom. In the past, travel was exhausting and fraught with risks and hardships, challenges that could be especially tough for older adults. So, the saying might have served as a practical caution against the potential dangers of long journeys. On the other hand, it may also have roots in medical insights. Even now, we know that as we age, we become more vulnerable to various health issues, which can worsen in new environments or during travel. It's possible this adage once acted as an essential warning in times when medical knowledge was less widespread. Over the course of history, different societies and eras have interpreted this saying according to their own needs and values. Some cultures used it to emphasize that older people should stay close to home and family, while others saw it as an endorsement of rest and peace during one's later years. However, it's important to remember that these original contexts don't necessarily dictate its meaning today. After all, proverbs and sayings change and develop alongside the societies that use them. Now that we've explored the origins of this saying, let's look at its deeper reasons. Health concerns. The health issues commonly linked with aging are a major reason this saying has persisted. As we get older, our bodies undergo various changes that can make traveling or frequent outings more challenging. For example, conditions ranging from arthritis to muscle weakness can turn even short trips into tiring ordeals. Think about trying to navigate an unfamiliar city or move around in a relative's home when you have limited mobility. It can be quite daunting. A weakened immune system is another vital consideration. As we age, our resilience against illnesses decreases, and we become more vulnerable in unfamiliar or crowded places. Traveling or visiting family can mean exposure to germs our bodies aren't used to, which boosts the risk of getting sick. Additionally, the chance of injury rises with age, particularly from falls. Simple hazards such as uneven floors, insufficient lighting, or new surroundings can lead to accidents. What's more, long trips or flights increase the risk of developing blood clots, deep vein thrombosis, in the legs, which can cause dangerous complications. All these health concerns can make frequent traveling or visiting more difficult for older adults. Still, with careful planning and proper precautions, these risks can be managed. Indeed, many seniors regularly travel and visit loved ones. So, while health issues matter, they're not the only reason, or necessarily a definitive reason, for seniors to stop going out. Emotional and psychological factors. Beyond physical health, emotional and psychological factors play a key role in why older adults might avoid traveling or frequent visits. One major factor is the fear of being a burden. As we get older, we become more aware of our limitations and of the added effort our families and friends might expend to accommodate us. This can spark guilt or worry about imposing on others, especially during extended stays. Another significant aspect is discomfort with unfamiliar surroundings. Most of us enjoy the predictability of our own routines, and leaving this comfort zone becomes tougher with age. A new environment can intensify anxiety and stress, making travel less appealing. Additionally, the potential for loneliness or social isolation is a noteworthy concern. Seniors may feel disconnected from their usual social support if they're visiting a place where they don't know many people or can't find shared interests. This can heighten feelings of isolation and negatively affect overall well-being. These emotional and psychological factors significantly shape older adults' willingness and ability to travel. The fear of being a burden may stop them from asking for help when it's needed, while anxiety about unfamiliar places can create undue stress. Feeling socially isolated also impacts mental health. In short, the notion that in old age one should not wander around stems from powerful emotional and psychological considerations as well as physical ones. Societal dimensions. Society's attitudes toward aging also contribute to the idea that older adults shouldn't go visiting. Let's take a closer look at these broader societal factors. First, there are many stereotypes about older adults. Believing that seniors are fragile, weak, or invariably dependent is a form of age discrimination. We might think we're protecting them, but in reality, we could be restricting their independence based on outdated notions. Is that really fair to people who have so much life experience and knowledge? A second societal concern is the lack of accessible infrastructure. Many public venues still don't have ramps, handrails, or enough seating, making it difficult for older adults to move around comfortably. As a result, the outside world can feel hostile, and staying at home may seem far more inviting. We also have a tendency to undervalue older adults' abilities. Instead of recalling their wealth of experience, we focus on what we think they can't do. When combined with overprotective attitudes, this can discourage seniors from traveling or visiting, leaving them feeling less capable than they truly are. These factors, stereotypes, inadequate infrastructure, and a tendency to look down on seniors, collectively reinforce the belief that older adults shouldn't venture out. So what can be done? We'll delve into that in the next section. Stay tuned. Debunking the myth. We've talked about this saying's origins and why it exists. Now let's address the question, why should older adults keep traveling and visiting? Let's start by emphasizing how vital social connections are. After all, we're social beings, and shared experiences, conversations, and understanding one another enhance our quality of life. As we get older, these interactions become even more important. Whether it's visiting family and friends or discovering new places, such outings bolster one's sense of belonging and connection to a broader community, which supports emotional well-being. Travel and new experiences also hold significant mental health benefits. Like the rest of our bodies, our brains need regular exercise. Exploring new environments, encountering different cultures, or simply breaking from routine can stimulate cognitive function, help maintain memory, potentially delay dementia, and keep overall mental acuity strong. Put simply, it's like taking your brain to the gym, but much more enjoyable. Let's not forget the physical advantages either. Walking, getting around and staying active are particularly important in advanced age. It's not about running marathons or scaling mountains, but rather ensuring enough activity to keep blood flow healthy and muscles moving. We can also find countless inspiring examples that prove age needn't limit anyone's pursuit of new experiences. Think of the 85-year-old who's visited every continent, or the 70-year-old who took up hiking in retirement and has since conquered numerous trails. These stories show that age is simply a number, not a barrier, and that the years we've gained can make our journeys even more meaningful. So let's debunk this myth. Traveling, exploring, and staying socially engaged aren't reserved just for the young. They're for everyone, at any time in life. Older adults who are willing and in good health should feel free to keep exploring and enjoying all the beauty that life has to offer. Today, we've made considerable progress in exploring the notion that seniors shouldn't travel frequently. Our journey began by looking into the cultural and historical underpinnings of this statement. Like many other proverbs, it's closely tied to the social norms and expectations that were in place at the time it first emerged. After that, we turned our attention to the health issues commonly linked with aging. Physical limitations or various risks can indeed complicate travel. However, each individual's health situation is unique, and age by itself should not be the only barrier to visiting relatives or discovering new places. We then examined the emotional and psychological factors at play. Feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or depression can reduce an older person's desire to leave the house. Still, maintaining social connections and mental stimulation is crucial for emotional well-being in later years. From there, we looked at the social attitudes that keep this myth alive. We stressed once again how vital it is for society to recognize the real value and potential of our seniors. Instead of discouraging them, we should support their desire to go out. Travel or visits can bring them joy, fulfillment, and a renewed sense of purpose in life. In conclusion, while it's important to understand the reasons behind this saying, challenging it, overcoming these stereotypes, is even more vital. We mustn't let outdated ideas limit our seniors' potential. Remember, growing older doesn't have to mean narrowing our horizons. Let's encourage older adults to continue exploring the world and connecting with others. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content. Your support means a great deal to us.